Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Sony microphone on the ZV-E1, and we're talking about the ECM-G1, the little small guy, right? I had this one for my ZV-1 and I used it from other different cameras, so of course I'm going to use it on the ZV-E1. But I'm finding an issue, and I want to see if you have the same problem too. So in this video, I'm going to test the audio on the ZV-E1 with the built-in audio versus the ECM-1 microphone G1. How much different is the external microphone over the built-in microphone? Is it worth the money to buy this or just use the onboard mics? Or if you're going to spend money, maybe we go a little bit higher and go for the 10. So, and I put a photo of that one up here right now. That's my question. But when I came to the looking into it, I found an issue with the camera. In the menu, you can select front, rear, all around, or auto. That's for the built-in internal microphones. But when I plug in this microphone here, it still gives me that option to select front, rear, or all around. So I thought, wow, is the camera talking to this microphone and telling it where to focus the sound? That'd be awesome. That'd be great, right? I don't think it works. You let me know what you think. All right, watch the video of me testing it out today, and I'll come back at the end and we'll talk about this. Let's go. ECM-G1 microphone is on board. It shows it's capable, according to the camera, of having a front, an auto, all directions, and a rear. So the same as if you was just using the onboard microphone, which I don't think that's true after playing around with it. So you tell me. Right? It's on front right now. Do you hear the water in the back? I'm gonna go behind the camera here in a second and then we'll do that. So I'm gonna flip it. All right, so now it still says it's pointing to the front and I'm talking to the rear of the camera. So the direction is pointing toward the front. All right, this is now all directions. Sound any different than it did before when it was pointing to the front. Again, I'm talking from behind or to the front of the camera. Does this sound any different? Back to the front with me. All directions. Does it sound any different? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All directions. This is now rear, so it should sound. Pick me up pretty well from the rear. All right, this is now, again, me talking from the front. The microphone is supposedly pointing to the rear to get that audio. So do you hear the water better? Do you hear me better? We'll compare it to the other ones. All right, this is auto. So it should pick up my face and tell the camera to focus to the front. So let's flip it around. All right, auto, talking from the rear, water to the front. Yeah, as putting the video together, I realized, you know, it'd be a good thing to do is actually test the onboard microphone same way. So auto's on right now. You got sound in the background going on when it comes to people slamming cars, water behind us. Let you take a listen. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, auto. This is front, speaking from behind. Airplane flying over. All right, back to the front. So this is front. This should sound the best when it comes to me talking to the camera. Plane flying over. How does it sound? If this sounds better than the external microphone, then I'm selling that thing and buying a better one because that's ridiculous. All right, now we got all directions. A lot of wind coming in. It's shaking the whole stand. A lot of wind, water in the background. How does it sound? Birds chirping overhead. So all directions, me talking from the back of the camera. little bit distance away now from the back of the camera, maybe 3 feet. See what it sounds like for all directions, capturing everything around you. All right, finally, this is rear. So I am talking behind the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a lot of wind. Water in the front, behind the camera. Filming on S-Log3 with a Paul Leeming LUT, if you're curious. Okay, so this is rear with me talking to the front of the camera. So this should not sound great. There's wind coming from behind. So we'll see what this sounds like. All right, this is me vlogging with a front heavy ND filter. The best of the best that the camera can produce when it comes to audio from the built-in microphones. What do you think? Does this sound better than the ECM-G1? I hope not. All right, I want to come back outside and film this again. This is the ECM-G1 microphone on board. When I filmed it before, I could hear the jiggle of the microphone on top of the camera making noise. And I wanted to tighten it down tighter to make sure that's not the case. So I'm moving around a little bit. You can see it rocking. I'm not sure if it's making sound in the microphone. Okay. Should I step up to the next level? Should you sell this one and get the one above it? Not the brand new one, depending on the price, but the next one. I put it on the screen where the next one is. Maybe that will be on sale since everyone's buying the newest one. But if it's okay, also I'm going to do real quick is edit the footage, edit the audio in post, and see if I can get those two to kind of match, or how much better can I make this audio sound versus the onboard microphone. Yeah. All right, this is me vlogging with a front heavy ND filter. The best of the best that the camera can produce when it comes to audio from the built-in microphones. What do you think? Does this sound better than the ECM-G1? I hope not. I don't think it works. It was the same audio sound from front, rear, all around, and auto was all the same. I don't think it's doing anything with this microphone. I don't think this microphone is capable of doing that. I think it's just a glitch in the camera that it's not really being being basically grayed out where you can't use it because it's not going to work anyway. It's still giving you that option, but it doesn't do anything. I wouldn't fret over it. I would just leave it in auto or leave it in all directions just to be safe if you want to use it with this microphone. But that's kind of how I felt with it. Now, as I tested this microphone with the internal microphones, I never really listened to the sound difference. And there is difference, right? It is a better sound. It's a little more, it grabs the vocal cords better and kind of gives a better, fuller sound. So at the end, when you just saw the end where I kind of enhanced each one, I played it for my daughter, and she could kind of tell that this sounded better, but it wasn't much difference, right? So I think, in my mind, if you're going to spend the money on an external microphone, I would go higher. I would pay a little bit more and go for the 10 and get the better microphone that really focuses in on the direct in front of you. Now, do you go to the new microphone they put out just recently for like 400 bucks? Well, that's up to you. That's totally up to your pocketbook. But I'm looking at the 10 right now used. I saw one on B&H for about $209, around that price. So they're out there because kind of folks are probably dumping those and buying the new latest and greatest. But that's all for this one. So if you do have this microphone with the ZV-E1, I think it has an issue. It doesn't really work with the front, rear, and all directions. It just works like an external microphone should work. So the rattle on here, evidently it's a problem for everyone. And I did hear if you take I haven't done it yet, but if you take a rubber band and you kind of wrap it around the bottom here where it is jiggling, it'll kind of take that sound away from it rattling back and forth. I'm going to try that next. All right, what I have coming up, again, I still have to get a video out on the ZV-E1 total experience, right? But it's kind of like I'm still building that case right now of, is it the best all-around video camera for not really professionals, but hobbyists that want a great video style camera on the go. I think it is, but photography is an issue. So that's more. I'm also looking, this is the Crane M3S, right? This is the Crane M2. I just recently put this on the 2, thinking if it could handle it, and it does. This is actually easier to, all right, I'm not gonna go too far. It seems pretty easy to stabilize versus this one. It shouldn't be that way with the plate, but I'm testing that this weekend. So that's it. Also have, just got it in the mail, the Rokinon 35 1.8. It's Prime Day deal was out there for like 200 bucks. Had to pick it up. I'll be testing this one or playing with this one this weekend on the A7 IV. That's it. Please take a second, like, subscribe if you watched from this far, because if you watch this far into the video, it is YouTube law that you have to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I think bad things, I don't know. It could be bad, but have a good day.